it's time for a little bit of science. Um, Hope you guys are ready. Let's grab out those science books. Let's open up to page 130. Now, some of the cool things we're going to get to talk about today. By the end of today, you guys should be able to describe some of the characteristics of a thunderstorm, of what tornadoes are, and hurricanes. Tomorrow we're going to be touching base, talking about weather watches and weather warnings and how those things are kind of different. Tomorrow should be kind of a shorter lesson, but we'll crank when we get there. Now, check it out, severe weather. I love severe weather because like this is what I grew up with. I grew up in Nebraska. I lived there till I was 9. Man, like there's nothing scarier than hearing a tornado siren like kick on in the middle of the night and you wake up and all the power's off and you gotta like try to run through your house while it's pitch dark and get into your basement. You know, like you're wondering if your dogs are inside or outside. You know, sometimes my dad or my big brothers would have to run outside, try to find our dogs and bring our dogs down into the basement with us. You know, it was crazy. Sweet, let's read about severe weather. It says weather includes temperature, winds, air pressure, and humidity. Severe weather conditions occur when various aspects of weather combine to form high winds, large amounts of precipitation, or extreme temperatures. Some types of severe weather can be very harmful, but knowing how and why this weather occurs can reduce the damage and loss of life. Global winds influence weather patterns around the world. For example, the prevailing westerlies cause most of the weather in the United States to move from west to east. So like the weather comes across California and then it moves its way all the way across the country. Like if you watch the weather, you know, watching the news and the weather comes on, you'll see like the global winds pushing it all the way across the country. Now, sometimes cold air masses move south from Canada, and then warm wet air masses can blow toward the east coast from the Gulf of Mexico. When those large air masses like these meet, severe weather may occur. You know, you got cold air coming down from Canada, you got warm air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, and those two things, when they meet, it's like they don't like each other. And just the combination of the cold versus the hot, man, it creates thunderstorms, which thunderstorms can then lead to tornadoes. Not always, but sometimes. That'll be kind of a trick question on your quiz coming up here. I think it's on Friday. So make sure you know. Not always, it doesn't always result in tornadoes, but it does result in thunderstorms for sure. Now, thunderstorms. A thunderstorm occurs when a large, swift-moving warm air mass meets a cold air mass. All thunderstorms have lightning and thunder. If it didn't have thunder, it wouldn't be called a thunderstorm, y'all. All right. So, most also have strong winds, heavy rain, and sometimes hail. The tall, dark cumulonimbus clouds that produce thunderstorms are called thunderheads. During a thunderstorm, air temperature changes rapidly. This causes strong air movements among the clouds. The resulting friction creates lightning, a type of static electricity. So think about that. The clouds rubbing against each other in the sky is what is creating friction. So kind of like when you take a balloon and you shake it on your head and then your hair ends up looking like mine right now. You know, like when that happens, like that's static electricity. So the clouds are doing that in the sky and it's creating static electricity and that creates lightning. Pretty awesome. Now, lightning can move either between clouds, so like cloud to cloud, or between the clouds and the earth. The temperature of lightning can reach up to 30,000 degrees Celsius. That is 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. 54,000. Like, it's 95 degrees outside today, and it is hot. 54,000 degrees. That's crazy. Imagine how quickly a lightning bolt heats the air around it. Now, the rapid heat change produces vibrations in the air that we hear as thunder. So, going from 80 degrees in the sky to 54,000 degrees creates vibrations in the air, and that's what we hear as thunder. Get that? Sweet. So you can't have thunder without lightning. Oh yeah. I feel like that's from Cars or something like that. All right. Fantastic facts. It says you can easily tell if a thunderstorm is moving toward you or moving away. Since light travels faster than sound, you see the lightning before you hear the thunder. So if you see the lightning, you can count like 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, boom, and then you hear the thunder, right? And then you wait a little bit longer and you see another bolt of lightning and it goes 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, boom, and so it happened faster that second time. That means the storm is moving towards you. Now, if the second time you counted, you got to like 5, 1,000, that means that storm is moving away from you now. It's no longer coming at you. Ooh, tornadoes and hurricanes. Here we go. Depending on the speed and strength with which the fronts hit, a thunderstorm may also produce, not always, may also produce tornadoes. A tornado is a funnel-shaped cloud of wind swirling that reaches down to the ground. Tornado winds are powerful and can reach speeds up to 400 kilometers an hour, 250 miles an hour. I've heard some like even stronger than that. Their force may destroy anything in the tornado's path, including houses and trees. Most tornadoes, though, are small and only last a short time. And there's a picture of a tornado here in the book. Check that out. I'm going to post a picture. It was a funnel cloud, but it never touched down. I saw it in Carlsbad, and I was driving, and I pulled over, and I took a picture. I'm going to put that picture in there. Let's see. You should be able to see it right now. Another type of severe weather may form over a low-pressure area of an ocean. Winds gather warm, wet air from the ocean's surface, and as that warm air rises, towering cumulonimbus clouds form. Now, strong swirling winds around the low-pressure area. In the Atlantic Ocean or the Eastern Pacific, a storm with spiraling winds that forms over the ocean is called a hurricane. That'll be another quiz and test question. You got to make sure you read that quickly, like very closely, because sometimes it will say that like out over the ocean and it's swirling winds and you think, yes, swirling winds, it's a tornado. No, it's a hurricane. It said over the ocean. So make sure you remember that, y'all. A hurricane can cover hundreds of miles. In the Western Pacific Ocean, these storms are called typhoons. Now, other types of severe weather. Here we go. Some areas of the earth may experience other types of severe weather. One type of severe weather is a blizzard. A blizzard is a snowstorm with strong freezing winds and blowing snow. The blowing snow is dangerous because it reduces a person's ability to see very far. Like you're driving on the road during a blizzard, you can't even see like 20 or 30 feet in front of your car. Another type of severe weather is a heat wave. A heat wave is usually also higher, or wait a minute, try that over. A heat wave is a period of time with higher than average temperatures. The humidity is usually also higher than normal. During a heat wave, people should avoid being outdoors for long periods of time. Yeah, so like the summertime, every now and then we'll have a heat wave come through where, the temperatures are like 108, 110, 112, 114, and that is very dangerous, especially for elderly people that maybe their homes don't have air conditioning or anything like that. So you just got to make sure you stay hydrated in those times to keep yourself nice and healthy. So your homework for tonight, keep working on that science project. Remember, your science project is due this Thursday. So get that thing finished up. Remember, we talked about it. I made a video about it telling you everything that's changed. So it's due Thursday, April 30th. There is no written report. It is just the Google slide presentation in the Google Classroom. So go in, type in all the information. Remember, like how you did your experiment, the procedure, all that kind of stuff, your hypothesis, your resources you used to come up with your hypothesis. Remember the websites that you looked at, all those kinds of things. That's all information you need to be putting into your Google slide presentation. All right, cool? All right, see you guys tomorrow for some Bible, some math, and some more science.